Once upon a time, there were two best friends named Sunshine and Reeva. Sunshine was a happy, curious girl with golden hair. She loved exploring new places. Reeva was kind and wise, with dark hair and beautiful clothes with special patterns. She knew a lot about the land and the animals. One bright morning, Sunshine and Reeva decided to go on an adventure. They packed their bags with sketchbooks and snacks and set off to explore Australia. First, they went to Uluru, a giant red rock in the middle of the desert. Sunshine looked up at it and said, "Wow, it's huge." Reeva told her, "This rock is very special. It tells stories from long ago." They looked at the old paintings on the rock, and Reeva explained how the stories were passed down from her people. They saw kangaroos hopping by and an eagle flying high above them. It felt magical. Next, they traveled to the Daintree rainforest, where everything was green and full of life. Sunshine used her binoculars and saw a big, colorful bird called a cassowary. "It looks like a dinosaur," she said. Reeva laughed and told her the cassowary was one of the oldest birds in the world. They found a creek and Sunshine drew a picture of some platypuses swimming in the water. It was peaceful and beautiful. Then they went to the Great Barrier Reef, where the water was clear and blue. Sunshine and Reeva put on their snorkels and jumped into the water. They saw bright fish swimming around the colorful coral. A big manta ray swam past, and they even saw a sea turtle. Sunshine was amazed and said, "The sea is full of wonders." Reeva smiled and said, "We must protect it." The next day, they went to Bondi Beach. There were people surfing and playing in the sand. Sunshine and Reeva tried surfing for the first time. They fell a lot but laughed together. Afterward, they built a big sandcastle and watched the sunset. The Sydney Opera House and Harbour Bridge were visible in the distance, making the view even more beautiful. At night, they sat around a campfire. Reeva told Sunshine stories from Dreamtime, which are special stories from her people. "We all take care of the land, and the land takes care of us," Reeva said. Sunshine listened carefully, feeling peaceful under the stars. On their last day, they stood on a cliff, looking at all the amazing places they had visited: red deserts, green forests, blue oceans, and bright cities. Sunshine smiled at Reeva. "Thank you for showing me all these beautiful places." "I've learned so much," Reeva smiled back. "I'm glad we're friends. We'll always remember this adventure." And so their journey ended, but they would never forget their amazing trip through Australia.